Do you ever feel bored? Perhaps you're lonely. Maybe you're just even self-isolated. We're gonna help you with that. Asa, dudes! One of my friends sent me this game, and he said I'll probably have a laugh, so we're gonna give it a shot. How to cope with boredom and loneliness. Guide for the self-isolated. Choose 3 items of interest from Harold's room to learn how he copes with boredom and loneliness. Okay. Is any 3? Oh shit, okay. Go with the rabbit. Examine. Think about the fish tank?
Potential soundbite. Like the fish, Harold is swimming in a sea of isolation.
I love
that's really nice.
I love how much there isn't actually any like fish around on it. Sure, we'll do the fish tank and the TV. Why not? Let's see what we got. How to cope with boredom and loneliness. A guide for the self-isolated.
Isolation is no joke.
It's not.
It's not just boring, it's lonely too.
So sad.
Nobody understands that more than the subject of tonight's episode of How to Cope with Boredom and Loneliness. A guide for the isolated.
This for you guys.
I'm Nigel Wimble.
You're...
Harold Fletcher has been grounded to his bedroom since
Did you say his name was Nigel?
1986. That's over 30 years. His mother has offered us a rare glimpse into
God.
his life as prisoner
No
and
shot
son.
his name is Nigel.
On your feet, Fletcher. You have a visitor.
I
Oh,
hope to learn how
okay.
Harold has coped with the boredom and loneliness from 30 years of isolation.
The guy making the documentary is Nigel. That's my name.
Harold and his cohabiter, an overstuffed rabbit, have been through hell together,
They just
but
hanging
at
out.
least had each other to ease the loneliness.
Yes, Kevin is a dear friend. We've
Kevin?
become rather close over these past
Kevin.
few years, and perhaps more than just friends at this stage.
What do you mean by that?
Well, Kevin has needs and I have needs.
No.
I'm forever sewing that towel back on.
No.
We saw this
Don't
kind
be
of thing
like
going
that.
in our prison episode, so I'm not entirely surprised to see it happening here too.
I'm surprised.
Whether this arrangement is mutual, we will never know.
Oh.
As Kevin has decided
Kevin.
to remain quiet during the making of this documentary,
That's never a good sign.
you can lose hours
Oh, I got
to
a
the peace
stuffed
and
fucking
tranquility
achievement.
of a well-maintained aquarium. But like the
Yes.
fish, Harold is swimming in a sea of isolation.
Aren't we all?
I sometimes look at the fish tankers as if it is my bedroom and I am mother.
A little
But then I
weird.
felt it wasn't fair to keep the fish isolated like me, so I set it free.
What did
What?
you do with the fish?
What'd you do with
Well,
the fish,
I took
Harold?
it to school to release into the nearby brook. But by the time I had got there, it had dried out in my pocket.
No! No!
For the isolated
God.
idiot, watching television is an escapism we all take for granted.
This dude.
Well, Mother treated me to a modern television last year. She says if I'm good this year, she will allow me to keep the plug for an extra 10 minutes.
Well,
But you haven't
he's-
been good, have you, Harold?
Oh,
Tell the
Harold.
man about the carrot you stuck up your nose. I told you not to smuggle food in here. Well, Kevin likes
Smuggle
a snack when you watch
food?
the first 23 minutes of a movie.
Oh, 23 minutes. Dude can barely
My
get an
time
episode
with
in.
Harold has come to an end. I hope one day he will find freedom and live a full life. Until then, he will continue to look for ways to cope
Just like
with
you.
boredom and loneliness. I'm Nigel Wimble. Good night. Join us next week as Nigel investigates sandwiches. Do they really taste better cut diagonally? I'll let the evidence decide.
Perhaps.
9 p.m. Wednesday night on PBTV.
Wow. Focus group bad? He murdered a fish and yet you put this man on television. 3 out of 10. An angry vegan. Holy shit.
Here we are, sitting in my car, my little plastic car, yes, here we are. Oh,
Okay,
my car,
you know,
my
we need a
little
new episode.
plastic
We took the feedback into consideration. Alright, we'll try this one more time. None of the same stuff. That poor fucking rabbit. Oh no, it's a fucking rabbit. Ooh, okay, we'll pick... Okay, the bed. The stack of papers. And we'll go with the clock. Oh god. How to cope with boredom and loneliness. A guide for the self-isolated.
Isolation is no joke. It's not just boring, it's lonely too.
I mean, honestly, I'm helping
Nobody
you
understands
guys.
that more than the subject of tonight's episode of How to
The
Cope
chat.
with Boredom and Loneliness. A guide for the isolated. Hello, I'm Nigel Wimble.
Hello, Nigel. Oh, that feels so
Harold
weird to say.
Fletcher has been grounded to his bedroom since 1986. That's over 30 years. His
He'll be
mother has
fine.
offered us a rare glimpse into his life as prisoner and son.
On your feet, Fletcher. You have a visitor.
How did I not notice prisoner last
I hope
time?
to learn how Harold has coped with the boredom and loneliness from 30 years of isolation.
I mean, you've watched this, you'll understand.
Harold still sleeps in the plastic race car bed he slept in as a child.
Ludwig.
You can imagine Harold dreaming about driving away from this isolated, childlike reality.
Can
Well,
you?
I always had a passion for race cars as a child, but I suppose that passion has since left me. Unlike the
Depressing.
bed. Though I can't complain, the springs merely provide moderate pain, and my feet dangle no more than 7 to 10 inches from the end
his
of the
feet are
mattress. Like Mother
off the side of
always
the bed.
says, as long as your head is above water, you can technically sleep anywhere.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I spied a screenplay Harold had been working on.
No,
A
no.
movie producer in the making. He certainly wouldn't look at a place in
Oh
Hollywood.
god. I can
He
only
decided
imagine.
to read me some lines from his new screenplay called Brad Planet and the Tentacle of Temptation.
Oh, it's a
She ran a
hentai.
slightly damp tentacle across his cheek as he gazed longingly into her compound eyes. I don't care that you tried to bite my head off during coitus. I love you, Sheila.
Who?
Run away to Planet Vargon with me. I love you too, Brad, but my father...
Oh,
Let me
God.
talk to him. He'll understand once I show him how much I love you. Now come here and kiss me. Oh, Brad. Sheila passionately kisses Brad with her 4 mouths. Brad slowly sticks his finger into her gooey...
No,
That
stop.
will do, Harold.
Thank
You're
you.
a bloody space pervert.
True fucking Harold space pervert. Oh god. Okay, the last one.
The watchful clock is ever ticking. In a way, time has been his only companion.
I've always hated Crab Clock.
Oh,
He'd always
whoa.
been there mocking me
Hey.
with his incessant ticking and tocking. Did you know
it's a
he's
clock.
ticked roughly 1,060,680,001, 2, 3 times since my incarceration? I didn't bother
Wow.
counting the tocks.
Neat. He only counted the ticks, not the talks.
My time with Harold has come to an end.
Thank god.
I hope one day he will find freedom and live a full life.
He needs to be
Until
locked
then,
up.
He will continue to look for ways
More.
to cope with boredom and loneliness. I'm Nigel Wimble. Good night.
Good night,
Join us
Nigel.
next week as
shit.
Nigel investigates sandwiches. Do they really taste better cut diagonally? I'll let the evidence decide.
Nope.
9 p.m.
Vertical
Wednesday
life.
night on PBTV.
That was eye-opening. Hey, we did better. Oh my god. I laughed so hard I shit milk. Honestly, I don't think a better review could be made. Oh. When's part 2 coming out? I don't know. Hopefully never.
Here we are sitting.
So yeah, that was how to cope with Boredom and Loneliness. It's a free-to-play game. Very understandable. If you're curious to the other parts, go for it and play it yourself. But, yeah, so that was awful. That was just awful. I can't lie. But that'll do it for this video. See you guys in the next one.